Well, the new Marquette Law School poll is out, and it shows not a lot has changed for Wisconsin voters.
Despite President Trump's coronavirus diagnosis and the first presidential debate, the latest poll shows people are pretty set on who they're voting for.
Poll director Charles Franklin joins us now to break it down and look ahead to tonight's vice presidential debate. Charles, good to see you again.
Good to be with you.
Let's start out with the presidential numbers from your poll.
Yeah, not much change. A 1-point increase in Biden's lead to 5-point advantage for Biden. It was 4 points last month. If you go back to May, it's been 4, 6, 5, 4, and now 5 again. So really very little variation there. People are very strong in their views. This poll was done entirely after the first presidential debate. And by a 2-to-1 margin, people said Biden did best in that debate. 40% Biden, 20% for Trump. But 14% said they thought both had done badly, and another 21% said they hadn't paid much attention to it.
Now, was this taken after President Trump revealed his COVID-19 positive test?
Just over half of the survey was before and just less than half after, so we actually get a nice comparison there. But we didn't see much change there either. Given the sample sizes, there's a small shift, 2 or 3 points on favorability and job approval, but that's inside the margin of error when you split the sample up like that. So I don't see much movement. Also, we were doing these interviews on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when this was still very much a developing story. 37% said, for example, that they weren't sure how serious the president's illness was during the time we were doing the interviews. And, of course, the other positive cases that have been coming out of the White House that we've been learning about and how much that infection is spread through the White House, those things were also not really there at the time we were doing the interviews. So watch for national polling later this week and next week, and Wisconsin polling coming up as well, to see whether we pick up more of an effect of his illness and the other ramifications after people have had time to hear more about it.
You also asked about in-person rallies. Should they stop?
Here, a majority said they should stop for both candidates. 52% said stop. 37% said they're safe and should continue. But speaking of debates, it's the reverse on debates. 67% said the debate should go ahead. Only 23% thought they should be canceled.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of debates, the vice presidential debate, the one and only, is tonight. What do both candidates have to do?
Well, I think it's always a matter of appear presidential enough to help people be comfortable with them should they have to step into the role. We asked about that in the 3 nights of interviews after the president's diagnosis, and they were a little bit better for Vice President Pence. 33% were very confident he could assume the duties of president. 21% were not at all confident. And for Senator Harris, 25% very confident, but 29% not at all confident. Also, a few more lacked an opinion of Harris compared to Pence. We also asked favorability to both candidates, and there they were pretty evenly matched. Pence had a 41-42 favorable-unfavorable rating, and Harris a 37-40. So both of them within 2 or 3 points of being even on favorability.
So Wisconsin most definitely still a swing state.
Yes, I think so. Nothing changes, as they say. Really, people are very firmly fixed. Over 35% have a strongly favorable view or strongly approve of President Trump's handling of his job. And 45 to 48% strongly disapprove. Those are the anchors. And then the folks in the middle tend to go with who they somewhat approve or somewhat disapprove of. Only about 8 to 10% still undecided at this point.
Is 8 to 10% undecided?
Well, it's 4% for Jorgensen, the Libertarian, and another 6% undecided. But when you look at those folks, they don't approve of the president's job, but they also don't particularly like Joe Biden, and they're overwhelmingly independents that don't feel like they're closer to either party. Sounds like the people you'd expect to be undecided at this point.
Absolutely. Well, 3 weeks away. We're getting there. And then you have one more poll before we all go to vote.
That's right. We'll be back the week before the election with a last look.
All right, we'll see you then, if not before.
We're looking forward to it. Charles, thank
Very
you
good.
so much.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.